David Hockney captured an entire era's energy in just one burst of water with the painting The Splash. The man behind one of Britain's most valuable artworks is no ordinary painter. He's an artistic visionary whose iconic swimming pool scenes changed contemporary art forever. So today, let's dive, apologies for the watery pun, into the remarkable story and creations of David Hockney. Now, if you've heard of Hockney, chances are you're familiar with his iconic swimming pool paintings. During his years in California, he created a series of artworks that captured the sun-soaked leisure of LA life, most famously in The Splash. The painting grabbed headlines when it sold for more than £23 million at Sotheby's in London in 2020. Since it had previously fetched £2.9 million in 2006, this new price showed a major jump in price and shows how sought after Hockney's swimming pool paintings still are. This image, which shows a simple and sudden burst of water in a tranquil backyard pool, became an emblem of 1960s West Coast cool. By isolating that split-second moment of impact, Hockney turned an ordinary scene into a kinetic snapshot of modern life. The bright turquoise water, the stark diving board, and the abstracted geometry of the house all highlight his interest in color, shape, and minimal detail. These paintings aren't just about water or swimming. They're a meditation on time, light, and space. They also show his fascination with capturing fleeting moments, suggesting that a single splash can become the centerpiece of an entire artwork. While many people associate Hockney with bright Californian blues, it's important to remember that he's deeply rooted in art history. One of the biggest influences on his method of seeing the world has been Cubism. Cubism, pioneered by Picasso and Braque, aimed to portray objects from multiple viewpoints simultaneously. Hockney found this approach incredibly liberating because it questioned the traditional idea that a painting must be a fixed window onto the world. Instead, he wanted to capture the experience of looking, an experience that changes with each blink, each head movement, and each footstep. Though his final works might look very different from classic Cubist paintings, the spirit of shifting perspectives is there. He often reorganizes a scene or a subject to reflect his personal experience of seeing it, rather than following a strict set of rules. This practice allowed him to play with form and geometry in a way that felt distinctly his own. Hockney's fascination with multiple viewpoints is most evident in his joiners. These are photographic collages created by piecing together scores of individual snapshots. These joiners are a direct nod to the Cubist idea that no single view can capture the full truth of an object or scene. By assembling Polaroid or 35mm photos taken from slightly different angles and times, Hockney builds a composite image that's both fractured and cohesive. Looking at one of his joiners is like stepping inside a moment and examining it from all sides at once. You might see a single person repeated or a room depicted in overlapping fragments, revealing the passage of time. Much like his paintings, these joiners ask viewers to engage actively, piecing together the puzzle of perspective and embracing the complexity of human vision. Perhaps one of the most intriguing chapters in Hockney's life is his deep exploration into how older masters achieved such realistic and vivid representations centuries ago. This led him to write Secret Knowledge, a book that details his theory that great painters of the past, like Caravaggio, Vermeer, and others, used optical devices, such as camera obscuras or concave mirrors, to aid their drawing and painting. For 2 years, Hockney set aside his own artistic production to follow this mystery trail, meticulously studying historical paintings and testing out methods in his studio. This obsession led to what some called a Hockney conspiracy, but it was truly a passionate pursuit of understanding. He proposed that the striking accuracy of certain Renaissance and Baroque works might be the result of clever optical techniques rather than purely freehand mastery. While some art historians criticized his claims, others found them compelling, and discussions continue to this day. Regardless of where you stand, what's clear is that Hockney, driven by curiosity, dedicated an enormous amount of time and energy to unraveling the hidden techniques of the old masters. In addition to cubism and optical theories, Hockney has always been open about the massive influence of Vincent van Gogh on his work. Van Gogh's expressive brushstrokes, fearless use of color, and love for nature resonate strongly with Hockney. He has repeatedly pointed out how Van Gogh saw more than just landscapes. He saw dynamic patterns of movement, energy, and emotional connection in everyday scenes. Hockney channels that energy in his own art, often depicting outdoor spaces that pulse with bright hues, swirling lines, and an exuberant sense of life. Whether he's painting a Yorkshire forest in full spring bloom or capturing the shimmering water of a Los Angeles swimming pool, Hockney aims to convey the joy and visual richness that he sees all around him. In a sense, both he and Van Gogh celebrate the act of looking, encouraging us to notice beauty where we might otherwise pass by without a second glance. As you can see, David Hockney is not just a painter of pools or a theorist of optical devices. His artistic range is astonishing. He has created drawings, prints, stage designs for opera and innovative photographic works. In more recent years, he has famously embraced digital technology, producing vibrant iPad drawings and even large-scale video pieces that reflect his ongoing curiosity. Few artists have navigated so many platforms with such consistent dedication to experimentation. The thread that unites all these mediums is Hockney's quest to capture and reinterpret the experience of seeing. Whether he's sketching with a charcoal stick or swiping a digital stylus, his focus remains on the interplay between what's in front of us and how we perceive it. He's never content to stick to a single style or method, and that restlessness is precisely what keeps audiences engaged. After many years in the United States, Hockney relocated to Yorkshire in the early 2000s, seeking new inspiration in the landscapes of his childhood region. The result was a prolific series of large-scale landscape paintings that documented the rolling hills, winding roads, and changing seasons of northern England. He threw himself into capturing the subtle shifts of light and color throughout the year, creating several individual paintings and also multi-canvas panoramas that envelop the viewer. These Yorkshire works highlight his ability to bring an almost cinematic perspective to a countryside he knows intimately. Even here you can see echoes of Van Gogh's love of nature and the continuing influence of his optical research, especially in the vibrant color choices and intricate compositions. David Hockney is an artist who never stops questioning how we see. He's been inspired by Van Gogh's intense vision of nature, yet he's also taken bold steps into the future with digital drawings and immersive video installations. His return to Yorkshire underscored that even as he grows older, he remains committed to new ideas, fueled by curiosity and a passion for creative expression. There's no denying the profound impact David Hockney has had and continues to have on modern art. He has reshaped how we think about painting, photography, and the very nature of perception itself. Even in his early days at the Royal College of Art, Hockney was never afraid to question conventions, whether it was the use of bright, unapologetic color or the dissection of perspective in his paintings. his unique style, merging a love of everyday subjects like friends, family, and familiar surroundings with a vibrant and sometimes playful approach to form and space. It's this fearless experimentation that has made him into a major figure in contemporary art. When you look at Hockney's body of work, you see an artist who constantly reinvents himself, embracing new tools and mediums, while retaining an unmistakable signature. If you are interested in learning more about David Hockney, or check out his famous book, The Secret Knowledge about the Old Masters, you can find our book list in the video description, where you can take a closer look at The Secret Knowledge, as well as other books on Hockney and other cool art topics. And please subscribe if you haven't already. This helps our channel to grow so we can make more videos. Thank you for watching.